Our faith foundation lesson for this week is the greatest commandment, brought to you by the Croft family. The Pharisees were a group of people who had lots and lots of laws.
The Pharisees, whoa!
Altogether, they had more than 600. Woo, that's a lot of rules to follow.
600 laws? That's crazy!
One day, one of the Pharisees said to Jesus, "Teacher, what's the greatest law?" He didn't think that Jesus could possibly pick just one law out of so many. He was trying to trick Jesus.
What's the greatest law?
But Jesus knew the man was trying to trick him. He looked at the man and smiled.
Jesus smiled. He's no dummy.
Love God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind, Jesus said. This is the greatest of all the commandments. But there's another really important one too. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you obey these two laws, then you obey all of the laws.
Those are some commandments.
The Pharisees' jaws dropped to the floor. They were shocked to know just how smart Jesus was. They were surprised Jesus had answered their question and had turned their trick around on them. They didn't know what to say.
The Pharisees said, "What?"
Then Jesus had a question for them. What do you think about the Messiah? Whose son is he? That was an easy question for the Pharisees. They grew up learning in school that the Messiah came from the family of David, so that's what they told Jesus. Then why do all the people from the family of David praise David as the Messiah? Jesus asked. Now that was a hard question. The Pharisees didn't have an answer. They backed away and didn't trick Jesus again.
Jesus stumps them with questions.
The Bible verse that goes alongside our story this week is from the 22nd chapter of Matthew, verses 34 through 40. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. And a second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Our story started with the Pharisees asking Jesus a question and ended with Jesus asking the Pharisees a question. Now I've got some questions for you and your family to talk about. How can we show God love? How do we love our neighbor? And who is our neighbor?